Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a different sort of video today. I'm actually going to be showing y'all how I design photo kits. I personally love photo kits. I think it's a really nice way to switch things up from typical illustrations. And I don't know, I think photos are just really kind of more elegant in planners and they give a different vibe. So if you need a different feeling per certain week, a photo kit is a really good way to bring it up. So as you can see, I'm recording my screen and I have Silhouette Studio open and ready to go. And if you're wondering why I already have the spring picnic files up on my screen, it's just because I always merge in an old kit so I can get the perfect layout for my stickers, and I just need to change the patterns and colors and it makes it a lot easier. Alright, so I just showed y'all all of the patterns and photos I'm going to be using for this photo kit. This is going to be the Strawberry Fields kit, which I have had in my shop before, but I wanted to revamp it just slightly and bring it up to date with our new format and everything, so that's what I'm doing today. And if you're wondering where I get the photos for my photo kits, there's a variety of places you can get them from. Probably the easiest is to purchase preset photo packs from photographers. You can find those on their websites. You can find them on Pinterest actually a lot of the time, and you can get 15 or 20 photos that are already staged, already matched perfectly, already really aesthetic and look good for the same price, 15, 20 bucks. So it's a pretty good deal, but what I personally like to do most of the time is go on stock photo websites and curate my own photos. This definitely takes longer and it can be challenging sometimes, especially when you're trying to put them together and match them up. This kit wasn't that hard because it's all strawberries, so that common denominator helps a lot, but it can be a challenge, I'm not gonna lie. If you want to try it for yourself, there's several websites you can go to where you can get actually free stock photos, like Pixabay or Unsplash, so you can definitely check those out. Alright, now the first thing I'm doing here is changing the photos that are in my full boxes, because I always start here. I just think the full boxes is what really sets the tone for the kit. So before I choose the color scheme or anything like that, I do my full boxes and then I'll pull my colors out of there. So as you can see, I'm taking a bit of time to decide on a single box. I'm panning the pattern around, trying to get the perfect little scene or corner. I've mentioned before on my channel, I'm a perfectionist and I have always in my mind an idea of how I want things to look, how I think it should look, how I wish it would look, and I try really, really hard to emulate that. And of course, in general, I want my stickers to look as nice as possible, right? I'm selling these to y'all, so I want you to get your money's worth and have a really nice looking kit to use in your planner. As I mentioned though, this kit was actually quite easy to put together for a couple reasons. The first one being, as I said, that it's made with strawberries, so you have that red theme throughout that makes it really easy to keep up with. And then I have done this kit before, so some of these full boxes are repeats, some of them are new, but I think maybe 6 of them were repeats. So I already knew how I wanted to arrange them, how I wanted them to look, and how I wanted to space them out. Because with this kit in particular, I had several full boxes that had a majority white background, so they're very light, very open, and very airy, and I wanted to balance that with the darker full boxes. For example, the top left one that has that darker, well, it's not really dark, but it's dark compared to the white, right? The green background looks a lot darker. I wanted to balance that with the other full boxes, so I put the darker green full box in the top left, and then I put the basket box in the bottom right. So I felt like that just sort of helps you get a full picture of how the kit's gonna look when you put it down. I think sometimes in the past, definitely, I have arranged full boxes in not the best way, so that I feel like it has put people off of buying from me because the full boxes are not as aesthetically pleasing as they could be. So I try really hard to balance the full boxes and help you get an idea of how they'll look once they're in your spread, because of course having them just sitting on the page, it can be kind of blah. It could just look like a bunch of random patterns, a bunch of random strawberry pictures. And that's not what we want. We want to give the feeling of a kit. And I hope I'm making sense. When I thought about doing this video, I really wondered what I was going to say in the explanation, just because I always design my kits by myself. I just turn on some music and design away. And sometimes it can take me days to design a kit. As I said, this one was easier, but yeah, I don't know. I don't talk about designing kits, I just do it. So hopefully this is an interesting insight into my design process for y'all. And if you like it, I will definitely do more. So please comment below what you thought of this video. Alright, so at this point I've gotten my full boxes the way I want them, and I'm going to start working on the color palette. So what I normally do is make a square off to the side and then I'll duplicate it. So I have 4 squares in a row, since the kit usually has 4 main colors. And then I'll just start pulling colors from the kit until I have 4 colors that I think go really well together that I want to use as my 4 main colors for this kit. And today I actually got the first 4. I got the 4 I wanted on the first try, which pretty much never happens. I usually have to switch it around. But again, I was doing this kit from previous years, so I kind of knew what I wanted it to look like. And I forgot to mention, but the whole time I was doing this, I had one of my old planners open on my desk to the week where I used this kit, so that helped a lot with designing. Alright, now I'm changing the colors of the checklist and everything down below, and this is when I really start feeling whether or not the kit is going to work. Because once you have the colors and the boxes and patterns together, you can really see how things are looking and if it's looking the way it's supposed to look in my mind, if that makes sense. So I obviously like the first page. We're now moving on to the second page. This is our functional set with our labels, checklists, glitter headers, all that good stuff. I have all my stickers grouped together, which is why when I click one sticker, here I was just going back to check and see whether I liked that as much as I thought I did, and I did. So when I click one sticker, you're noticing a bunch of stickers will get dyed the same color. That's because I have them grouped. That just makes life so much easier when you're doing this on a regular basis. It's much faster. And for some reason, those 3 little icons that I'm highlighting right now were not grouped, so I had to fix that. I don't know. Sometimes there's random weird glitches. If you've ever used a silhouette, you know exactly what I'm talking about with the just unexpected surprises that come with the software. And you'll notice that my glitter headers are not changed. That's because I actually use patterns for glitter headers, and I have to create the patterns myself. I will talk about that a little bit more later. Alright, we're moving over to the 3rd page of my kit, which is the 5th and 6th sheets. Again, you can see here how I am grouping, and well, they're already grouped, but I'm dyeing the grouped sections together. And then we get to go down and do some more work with patterns. So the date covers have a pattern, as well as the washi strips, and there's an extra full box. So what I'm going to do is select both of the washi strips and just start playing with patterns until I find one that I really like and that I think really, the washi I feel should give you a great overview of what the kit's about. So obviously I want this one to be strawberries, and I'm just sort of rotating the pattern, pulling it around, panning it just to see what I like. And to try and get the best view of this particular pattern, I chose some chopped up strawberries. Once I'm satisfied, I'll go up and do the date covers. These are also grouped, and I like date covers typically to be more light. I've just noticed that people prefer kits where the date covers aren't as heavy, so I try to do a lighter color background on those, and I also change the font to match the kit as well. And here I get to pick one more full box. So I'm checking the first sheet of full boxes to make sure I don't repeat anything. And I do have a lot of extra patterns. You'll probably notice that I have like twice as many patterns as I really need. That's just because I like having a variety and giving myself options on what I want to include in the kit. So for this one, I really wasn't sure which one I wanted to include. I love this kit and I love these different photos and patterns. So I definitely struggled trying to choose which final one to use, but eventually I settled on it and I'm happy with how this came out. At the end of this video, I'll show you a printed version of this kit, which, by the way, I forgot to mention, but this kit is going to be part of our new releases on Friday, April 28th. I'm not exactly sure when this video is going live, but yes, this kit will be available from Friday the 28th and onward. Alright, so now you can see I've added some glitter headers to some glitter textures to my patterns. I make these glitter textures in Procreate. I have a special brush I use for it and all that stuff. I'm not going to go into details right now because I don't know how many of y'all are watching this to learn how to make kits as opposed to just get a little background look into my work. If you're curious though, just leave a comment and I'll link you everything I need, everything you need to make glitter patterns. Okay, now we're going to do the last two kits, which we have a Hobonichi Cousin kit, and surprise, surprise, we have Hobonichi Weeks kits coming to the shop, so I'm going to design that as well. Of course, designing these kits is a lot easier since I already have the full kit designed. I always model the other two kits off the full kit. I want them to look similar because I have several customers who purchase the same kit in different sizes, and I don't want it to look like three different kits, because they try to match the week up. So I want it to look the same, just in different size stickers, really. Alright, so on the Hobonichi Cousin kit, I'm starting with the bottom washi, and again, I'm just pulling it around until it sits where I like it. I really hope this is interesting for y'all. I just feel like it's really hard to explain, and again, when I'm doing this for myself, not to record it or film it, I go into this designing zone and I can stay there for a long time. I really enjoy designing kits and putting things together, choosing color palettes. One day I'm going to have to do a kit that I haven't done before so you can see the whole process. Anyway, now we're hopping up to do the full boxes, and again, I'm trying to make it balanced and do a couple of light ones and a couple of darker ones. And again, adjusting the sizing of the photos. I think that second one I'm going to change it, but that second one that was there with the little strawberry parfaits is one of my favorites. It's just so clean looking, so fresh, and the whole time I was designing this kit, I was just thinking about strawberry season and going to our local strawberry festival and eating strawberry shortcake, and oh my gosh, the cravings were real, but I powered through. We're very close to strawberry season as I'm filming this, so I'm super excited. I really want to go to the strawberry festival and get some fresh strawberries and make some strawberry preserves and all that good stuff, but I need to get off that topic because I'm going to start drooling. But anyway, I am once again filling in all the colors. This part, so when I'm designing the full kit to start with a new kit, that is work, definitely work. It's a lot of brain power, a lot of testing, but designing the next two kits is really just fun. It's kind of like a break after the hours or sometimes days that I spend working on a kit. And another thing I wanted to mention about this kit that I like so much is that it's red and green, but it doesn't give me a Christmas vibe, which is super nice because I love this color combination, especially the lighter green with the darker red, that almost like pinkish red. I think it's so pretty, and I do think it really gives you a late spring or early summer feeling. So I'm really glad that I managed to pull that out in this kit. Because when I originally had this idea, I did kind of think, how am I going to do red and green and not make it feel like Christmas? I think in the first version of this kit I ever did, which was 2 or 3 years ago now, I included a sort of straw color, but I definitely don't feel like this kit needs it. In fact, I think it looks a lot better just with the red and green. So I just finished the Cousin kit, as you can see, and now I'm going to do the Weeks kit, which, as I said, is a very new addition to our shop, and I'm still kind of playing around with how I want it to look and getting used to designing all the different features in this kit. I tried to make this a very full kit because when I asked for requests for these stickers on Instagram, people asked for lots of blank, lots of full boxes, lots of labels, lots of washi, and so on. So I got the feeling that most of my customers enjoy a fuller Hobonichi spread, or I'm not sure which is the case, or they want to use this kit for multiple weeks, which I think is a great idea because when I used to have a Hobonichi Weeks, I would get one kit and I could use it for the whole month. I didn't need that many stickers in there, but I thought it was super fun to use the single kit as a way to separate my month. So, for example, with what was a Summer Winston kit, I could use it for the whole month of June and look back very easily at the orange, pink, and yellow weeks and see what was June, since I never put tabs on my weeks. But yeah, I hope y'all will enjoy these Weeks kits. I've been sort of holding off on making them for a while because I used to make them when I had a Hobonichi Weeks, and I sold very, very few. I'm not sure if it was my fault, as in I designed the kits poorly, or I marketed them poorly, or just that back then the Weeks was not as big of a deal as it is now. But anyway, this one, again, was a little more challenging because this was only the second Hobonichi Weeks kit I ever designed. I've done more now, so it's a little easier. But for example, with this big box that I'm working with, I wasn't sure if I should do just a color for the background, a pattern, or some glitter. There's so many options, and I flipped around quite a few times trying to decide. I think I'm going to end up flipping it once more before the end of the video. But again, going back to the fact that I'm now making Hobonichi Weeks kits, I don't have my own weeks, and I really kind of want one. When I was designing these stickers, I just kept thinking about how tiny and cute they are. I mean, look at the little bitty weekend banner up there. It's just so precious. And of course, the little full boxes. My only problem is I don't really need a weeks right now. When I had a weeks, I used it in place of a bullet journal, but now I have a bullet journal, which is where I do most of my pre-planning. So yeah, I'm not sure. I think what I might do is tell Ashley about the weeks and see if she wants one, because I really don't need another planner, but she only has one planner. So I think it can be a real benefit to her, especially because, I don't know if y'all know, but she just keeps all of her to-do lists and notes about her day on sticky notes stuck to her desk, which I think is not the most efficient system, although of course it works for her. So maybe we'll have a video soon of Ashley doing a spread in her Hobonichi Weeks. Definitely comment below if you think she should get that planner, if you think she would like it. She always reads my comments and watches my videos, so maybe she'll see them. Alright, so I'm almost done with the full boxes here. These full boxes are so pretty. I just love it. This kit and the Lavender Fields kit and the Pink Lemonade one are three of my favorites that I have ever designed, and I look forward to using them every single year. They're all photo kits, and I think that they go particularly well with the glitter that I include. It's just such a fun combination. Alright, now that I seem to have gotten those full boxes done, here's where I was talking about I'm going to change this big box one more time. And I think I end up going with this cheesecake picture, which is really pretty and also looks so delicious. I love cheesecake. Okay, now we're going to be changing out the color scheme again. So I'm starting with the bottom sheet for some reason, not really sure why, but it's all grouped together so it doesn't really matter. And I do have to change the text on the habit tracker separately because it can't be grouped with the background, in case you're wondering why I have to do 2 steps there. Also, as I was working with this, I found a couple errors in this kit. As I said, this is only my second one, so I had just done the file a couple days before, and some things were off, so I'm going to be fixing those on camera, which is nice. It just goes to show y'all how this job is always interesting. There's always something fun and unexpected that comes up throughout the days. And then of course I have to go up to the top and fix a few things that are not grouped with the bottom. Also, I found out that that circle at the top, or that rounded sort of box, was missing its inlay, the white inlay. So I had to fix that. I don't know where it went, but oh well. At least I noticed it, because there's been times before where I've sent out a kit not realizing I had a mistake like that, and then I felt really bad. So I'm fixing that up right now. And then we need to change a few more colors up here. It looks like I'm noticing that pink square at the bottom. I'm not sure how that got left behind. I mean, obviously I just didn't group it in when I was grouping everything else, but I don't know. I noticed it right away when I scrolled back up, so I'm wondering if the me that was working on this didn't notice it right away. But I know I fixed it because I have the printed version of this kit to show you at the end of this video. Okay, I'm just doing the date covers real quick. And I'm also going to change the weekend banner because I didn't like how it was only 2 colors. Oh, and here I go fixing that square that I was talking about. But I didn't love how the weekend banner only had 2 colors in it. I definitely think it ties the kit more together when it's got all 4 colors, so I wanted to fix that. And then I think the last thing to do is fix the glitter headers. So here we go. I don't make these matching. I didn't really intend to use them as washi strips. It was more of just like a separator bar. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I settled on the darker reddish pink color and then the darker greenish color. And did I not change the weekend banner? I thought I did, but I guess I decided it looked okay. It's funny, my opinion of how things look changes at one point from another, you know? Especially if I've looked at something for a really long time. But now I just have to print the kit. Here it is, coming off the printer. And once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I did cut every single version of this kit to show y'all because I was really excited about how it turned out, and I wanted to give this kit a little bit of hype. Okay, so here I'm going to flip through all the sheets. Here is the Hobonichi Weeks one, which I had some trouble getting to peel up. And then we're going to do the Hobonichi Cousin one, which I'm so excited to use, along with the full kit in the background there, which is just gorgeous. I love it. And I hope y'all enjoy this kit as well. My photo kits tend to go over pretty well, so yeah. Hopefully it was interesting to see how it was designed. I know this is sort of a kind of random, more background type of video, but I just thought it would be fun to show y'all. And here's all the kits laid out. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!